Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, I am working on a return client. She actually had a set that I have on my channel. I will link it in the cards for you. It was that olive green, really gorgeous set with the blue and white and green seashells with the gold and everything. Came out really good. So if you're seeing hints of green on her tips, that's because I went in, removed that set completely, pushed back her cuticles, cleaned up the natural nail that grew out, and removed any lifting that might have been there. And now I'm going in with my prepping system. Now we're ready to go. So she wanted a Valentine set. You can tell by some of the glitters that I have on the table that it's going to be pretty and pink and fun. So I'm just starting off with my normal clear coat of acrylic. I am using this to basically give her a backfill. I'm covering all of the new growth nail that has been exposed, and I am making sure to cover up any natural nail that might be exposed after removing any lifting or product like that. So I'm just giving myself a nice smooth surface to work on when adding the colored acrylic. I'm protecting her nail from when she comes in for another redesign. I don't have to file down to the natural nail, and I'm helping to prevent any staining. The colors that we're using are fairly light, so we don't have to worry about that, but it is nice, especially if you use like darker colors like black or like a navy blue or anything like that. It takes no time at all. I'm making sure to be careful not to flood the cuticle area. I like to put the bead a little bit lower than where I want it to be, and then just kind of push it up and brush it wherever it needs to go. So once that's done, we're going to get started. There are two main acrylics that are the stars of the show. One is an acrylic pro dip powder by Revel Nail, and this is a color change. It's a thermal acrylic. So this deep kind of hot pink color that you're seeing is the acrylic when it's cool. So right now it's wet and activated with monomer, or when I think it responds to either extreme heat or extreme cold. So if you put your hands in hot water or extremely cold water, this is what it will look like. But later in the video, you will see that it dries or polymerizes to a light kind of bubblegum kind of pink. These Revel Nail thermal acrylics have been so fun to play with. I found them randomly in a nail supply shop in a town nearby, and I bought one, played around with it, and fell in love and went back and bought every single one. I'm hoping to be able to use all of them in a video, so I can have like a whole playlist of thermals, but for now we're just working on this one. I do have one other video where I worked on myself with seashells, and the colors of that pro dip went from a light royal blue to a deep navy blue. Some of them change completely different colors. Like there's one that goes from yellow to orange, there's one that goes from green to pink that I'm thinking about using for like a mermaid set. But they're really great to work with. They're really smooth. They can also be used as dip powders, but I don't do dip. But they work really well with monomer and in this way. So on the pinky and the thumb, I know I was raving about the acrylic. On the pinky and the thumb, I am doing an ombre, a 2-color ombre. So I just added those to the tips of the nail. On the middle finger, we're doing a full solid nail of this pink color. It is called Helix from Revel Nail. We'll link it down below so you can check that out. And then I'm just making sure to give it a nice even application. You will see it in the video changing color just because it's getting acclimated to her body temperature. It's a really cool product, and they're very affordable. I mean, you don't get a lot in the container. It's kind of like the same size of those like small Mia Secret containers, like not even a 1 ounce, like a ½ ounce or like a few ounces. Or points of an ounce, not a whole ounce, but you know what I mean? It's a smallish container, but they're not very expensive, but they are very cool and very pigmented. So I would definitely check them out. So we're working on a Valentine set. The colors are pink, nude, and red. So we're using pink and nude, and then we're gonna get the hint of red with our encapsulated glitter hearts that I got from the two guys. So this set of hearts I actually used in a previous video on myself. I will link that in the cards, and I used the white hearts. In this case, I decided to use the red and the pink, and we'll go a little bit more traditional with this Valentine set. I'm going to be encapsulating them on her pointer and her ring finger, but the nude that I love so much is Tara Ui by the Red Acrylics. I use this color so much on this channel. It is, I think, my favorite nude, and I haven't used it in a while just because it's running low and I'm trying to be like cautious about how I use it, even though I know I can buy another one. I just love it that much. It is a glow in the dark color. It glows green. It is basically the same color as oatmeal. It's a nice cool toned kind of sheer brown nudie nail plate kind of color. It's very creamy. It's a little bit on the runnier side. So as you can see, I'm trying to kind of push it around to kind of get the pigmentation I need to cover up that pink. And to complete my ombre, I do enjoy back swiping. So if I get too much brown, I can just add a small bead of the pink to the tip. And as you can see, we have a nice, beautiful ombre. And if you look at her middle finger, that's the other color of this acrylic. So when I applied it, it was that dark pink, and this is what it looks like. It's that light kind of orangey bubblegum kind of pink. So that's the color change of this thermal acrylic. On her ring finger, I am going to be doing just the covering her nail plate with the Tara Ui color. I am leaving the tip completely clear, and then I'm going to be using tiny beads of clear acrylic to add these hearts diagonally across her nail, both red and pink, overlapping them. No rhyme or reason. I just want to kind of swirl them from the sidewall to the free edge in a diagonal manner. And I think it came out really, really cute. Halfway through, she loves silver, so I brought out the silver foil and added silver foil to this as well. But this is a really, really simple set. As you can see, that middle finger turned a completely different color. It's a really, really cool effect. So when she washes her hand in either hot or cold water, it will go back to that dark pink. And in regular temperatures, it'll be this nice bubblegum kind of color. So I'll just let you watch me figure this out. And now I'm just using a small bead of clear acrylic to add some silver foil around the hearts. I just think it needed a little bit of something just to tie in the colors and give it a little bit of extra sparkle. She also loves silver as a client, so this was just a win-win for the both of us. And it was a nice way to tie in some silver that we're gonna add a little bit later. I just want to talk about the set that I have on my left hand. I have a video coming out with this set, and I'm so in love with it. It is just so gorgeous. They are significantly longer than I normally wear them. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of damage. I am very rough when doing clients' hands, especially on my nails. The file sits on my nails. The E-file will hit my nail. So I had this set for maybe like 3 or 4 days, and now it looks damaged. The top coat is scraped off in some areas, but it's all love because I'm giving my love to my clients. So but yeah, I will be posting a video soon of this set that I have on. It's a really, really gorgeous wine and rose and gold foil set. I'm going to finish this off by fixing the ombre on her thumb. As you can see, I placed that bead of acrylic and then I pushed the powder up to the cuticle area and towards the side walls as needed. I keep the product in the middle of the nail and then I blend downwards as needed. And then I will reapply, you know, if I feel like I need more coverage or if it's not even. And then if I feel like I've got too much brown, I will just take a little bit of the tip color and back swipe. And that's how I normally get a really nice ombre situation. So I felt like I wanted to incorporate more of the hearts because it's a Valentine set. So I'm taking a tiny, tiny clear bead of acrylic and placing one single red heart on the cuticle area of her thumb and her pinky. This is what the set was looking like, just really fun and flirty and pretty for Valentine's Day. Now it's time to clear cap. I am just making sure to secure that ombre that we did and those little glitter pieces that I placed around the cuticle. I'm building up strength and structure, and then I'm going to be making sure to push in the product towards the side walls to maintain the shape that we want, and just making sure to get rid of any excess product so that we don't have to do too much filing afterwards. as usual, I am going in with a medium grit hand file, and I am, as you can see, I'm running the file over my thumb, which is why my thumbnail always gets damaged. You can see it firsthand right there. But yeah, I'm just going in with the hand file to clean the sidewalls and to maintain the shape that we want. She likes a little bit of a tighter coffin, so we're just doing that for her now, making sure to get any acrylic up off the sidewalls if I can, cleaning underneath the tip, and then just making sure to get that free edge to be nice and crisp. So she's had these tips on for going on 3+ weeks at this point, so they've dulled down a little bit. So I'm just using that hand file to kind of revamp that shape and make it a little bit sharper. We do lose a tiny bit of length, but it's not a big deal. I don't mind too much. But yep, that's all we're doing. And if you're looking at my dust collector, that's her previous set. That's her dust on the dust collector. So don't think that it's, you know, someone else's. And after going in with my preliminary hand file, I'm going in with my 5-in-1. This is my fine carbide bit from Pana. And as you can see, it's a safety, so I can get nice and tight up in that cuticle area and along the sidewalls and not worry about hurting the client. I usually like to keep my e-file when doing this step at around 9,000 to 11,000 RPM. It just depends on, you know, how fast I turn it up. Usually I'm not looking. But yep, the whole point here is to smooth the surface of the nail. So sometimes you'll see me swipe my thumb down the length of the nail. I am debulking in areas where I feel like I added too much product. I'm pushing the apex where I need it to be, and then I'm cleaning up the sidewalls and making the cuticle area nice and thin. So I had the client wash her hands, but just because there might be oils or soap residues or dust that she might have missed, I like to spray their hands with some alcohol or swipe and use a manicure brush to kind of get any final dust or debris or residue off the nail. So I had ideas of using like these beautiful Swarovski red heart rhinestones that I just purchased from Michael's, but she said that she wanted the letter C on her nail for her significant other. I thought that was really cute. So I actually went in with a rhinestone picker pencil because it's like white wax, and I figured it would be a nice way to kind of give myself a template to work with. I'm using my Zule Bling adhesive, and I am just building that letter using different size red rhinestones. So the rhinestones in that small container are Swarovski, and then the ones in the little tiny red ones are not. They're just general red rhinestones. I thought it was nice to have a variety of sizes. That way we could get a tapering of the end of the C. In the end, we both said it kind of looked like a moon anyway, but it was a C for her, yeah. And because I added silver foil to the hearts on the other two nails, we decided to add some silver caviar beads. You guys know I love a caviar bead, so I'm just using the Zule Bling adhesive to do that and a rhinestone picker. I'm trying my best not to get the glue on top of the rhinestones. It's really, really hard. As you can see, it's a tiny space to get the brush in, but I did the best that I could. We are going to glossy top coat afterwards, but yeah, I'm just trying not to get the glue resin on top of the rhinestones because you want them to have their maximum shine. And the last thing for us to do is to give the nails some shine. So I'm going in with my Macart glossy top coat. I've been loving this glossy top coat, and I have like 6 or 7 of these just because I bought so many of those polygel sets back last summer. For these tips with the hearts, I'm making sure to go on top and underneath the nail to make sure we get the maximum clarity. And then for the middle finger with the C and rhinestones, I'm making sure to not get the glossy top coat on top of the rhinestones, but to butt that brush up right along the edge to also seal in the layer of the rhinestone onto that nail. We want these to last as long as possible. I'm having her cure afterwards for a full 60 seconds. And that's pretty much it for this gorgeous Valentine's Day set. These are thermal, they will change color, and they're pretty and festive. Hopefully you like them. Like this video. If you do, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.